Imagine you baked a cake. You want to give it to your friend. Do you say, I made this cake to you? Or do you say, I made this cake for you? And if you give it to him, do you say, give it to him or give it for him? This is one of the biggest nightmares in English. In many languages, there is only one word for both, but in English, to and for are completely different. If you choose the wrong one, you confuse the listener. Are you sending a message or are you doing a favor? The meaning changes instantly. But what if I told you there is a simple logic behind this? It is not about memorizing lists. It is about understanding movement versus benefit. Today, we're going to master the purpose rule. I will show you exactly when to use to and when to use for. By the end of this video, you will never hesitate between these two tiny words again. Welcome to the English Zen Podcast. Our goal is to stop guessing. To understand to and for, we must look at the direction of the action. Let's start with the first word, to. The core logic of to is movement and transfer. Think of an arrow traveling from point A to point B. We use to when something moves or is exchanged between people. There is a destination. Example 1. I am going to London. Why? Because you are moving physically. London is the destination. Example 2. I gave the key to my brother. Why? Because the key moved from my hand to his hand. It was a transfer. Example 3. Talk to me. Why? Because your words travel from your mouth to my ears. It is a direction. So visualize the arrow. Giving, sending, going, showing. If there is movement or transfer, the word is to. This is the logic of connection. Now, what happens when there is no movement? What if the action is a gift? We have the logic for to, movement and transfer, but what happens when there is no physical movement? What if the action is about help or purpose? This brings us to for. The core logic of for is benefit. Think of a gift box or a heart. It means you did the work so that the other person can be happy. We use for when we do a favor. Example 1. I made a cake for you. Why? I didn't throw the cake at you. I did the work of baking to please you. It is a benefit. Example 2. I bought this ticket for my mom. I spent the money to help her. The purpose was her happiness. Example 3. Can you do this for me? This means, can you help me, or can you do it in my place? Contrast this with to. To connects two people, transfer. For explains the reason or the benefit. Why did you do it? I sang to him. I looked at him and sang. Direction. I sang for him. It was his birthday. I did it to make him happy. We have the logic, movement versus benefit. To make this even easier, we can group English verbs into two teams. Team 1, the transfer verbs. These verbs involve moving an object from person A to person B. Give, send, sell, lend, show, write. Because the object moves, these verbs love to. Give it to me. Send it to her. Show it to us. Team 2, the preparation verbs. These verbs involve creating, preparing, or finding something before you give it. Buy, make, cook, find, get. You are doing the work on behalf of someone else. These verbs love for. Buy it for me. Cook dinner for him. Find a job for her. So ask yourself, does the object move immediately, to, or do I have to prepare it first, for? We now have our complete map. To is for movement and transfer, the arrow. For is for benefit and preparation, the heart. Let's put this into practice. I will describe a situation and we will find the correct connection together. First situation. You are holding a pen. Your friend needs it. You extend your hand and pass the object to him. Let's analyze. Did the pen move? Yes. Was it a transfer from person A to person B? Yes. Because there is movement and transfer, the correct word is to. So you say, please give the pen to him. Second situation. It's your mother's birthday. You go to a store, select a beautiful dress, pay for it, and bring it home to surprise her. Analysis. Did you transfer the dress instantly? No. You had to find it, buy it, and prepare the surprise. It's a favor and a gift. Because it involves preparation and benefit, the correct word is for. The sentence is, I bought a dress for her. Final situation. You are writing an email to explain a project. You hit send. Analysis. The message travels from your computer to your colleague's computer. It is digital movement. Because there is a destination, the word is to. The sentence is, I sent the email to my colleague. This is the process. Visualize the action. Is it an arrow, to, or is it a gift box, for? That moment of doubt, asking, is it to, is it for, is now gone. It is replaced by a clear image. You know that to is the arrow. It connects people through movement and transfer. You know that for is the heart. It explains the benefit and the favor. For your practice, leave a comment below. Tell me about a gift or a favor. If this lesson brought you clarity, please leave a like and activate the notification bell. Remember, we prioritize quality, not quantity. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the English Zen Podcast. Practice calmly, and I will see you soon.